Hi nail fam, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you're new. I'm Mrs. Trying to Nail It, and today I'm going to try and nail a design change without soaking off. So firstly, I want to point out that if you have an e-file, you really need to make sure that that bit is always in there, just to protect and make sure that dust is not getting into your e-file in between using it. It's not talked about enough, and it can really damage or even break your e-file. So starting off with my prep, I'm using my safety bit at 15 RPMs and just taking down the bulk. I'm also going to be changing the shape. These were really long, and as much as I love them, they're not realistic for every day. So I'm going to turn these into a coffin. Don't feel like you have to soak off every time, but even if you do like crazy things like glitter encapsulation or chevron nails, there's always a way to make them new and pretty and still protect the natural nail bed. Soaking off too often can really dry and damage the natural nail bed, and that might be what a lot of people are experiencing and the reason why they think acrylics are so damaging. So with this nail encapsulation finger, all I'm doing is going in and just filing and filing and filing until I reach the point where all the glitter is removed, and just do a completely different look on this finger. Now with this middle finger, you'll see as I'm going, I can start to notice the difference in coloration back around the cuticle area, and as I filed, I actually realized that this whole nail had started to lift. So I will be replacing this one nail, but that's kind of how I like to do it, just as needed. I don't assume that I want to soak off unless the design or something that I have in my head really does call for it. But here's the filing process so you can kind of see and know what to look out for when it's worth just taking off a nail. So my bits are still dull, which I just got the replacement, so the replacement will be in the next video, and I'm super excited to try the new ones. But I gave that middle finger a rest and moved on to my next finger. So if you're like me and have to kind of push replacing bits, using them longer than you should, and you have to apply a little bit more pressure and all that, just switch off the fingers, give them a rest, come back to it, because you don't want a heat spike. It's super painful, and I don't want that for you. Here's all the nails after filing and before I do a fill. And here they are, all filled in and the middle finger replaced. I filled all my nails with the cover blush from Young Nails. It's what I did on the original set, except for that middle finger. And it is really, really pretty and makes filling easier because of the glitter. It masks any lines there would have been. And now the finish filing, just to get that sharp edge. I really like a hard edge when it comes to square or coffin tip nails. Acrylic nails dull on their own, so the sharper the edges, the longer wear you get out of them without them looking worn out. So here's that brand new nail on the middle finger, and I actually really like the bubblegum hue of the flamingo, so if you're into that, give it a try. Now that I like the shape and the length, I'm going in with a 240 buffer just to smooth out the edges because I am going to be applying a metallic cream clay, which you're about to see that I did not do this enough. I probably should have gone in with a lower grit just to really smooth out the edges. When you're working with metallic colors or mattes, it's really important to have this smooth edge of a surface. And this time I don't normally clip my cuticles or proximal nail fold, but I had some hangers on, so I just wanted to clean up the edges a little bit. But be very careful when you're using snippers because that back edge is actually live skin. That is not part of the cuticle, and that is why it bleeds and it can do damage. So just be careful because it stings when you cut yourself. Now I'm going in with my underneath bit and just cleaning up underneath because I have some crusty nails underneath because this is a fill. So I still really like the ombre of this nail, and just to give it a little bit of a shimmer or an edge, I'm taking Retro Ride in Young Nails Cream Clay and doing a light layer because I want the ombre to show through. I don't want this to be fully opaque. Still pretty, and I'll do the pinky to match, and there you have it. In about a minute and a half, not counting cure times, I have a completely new look on those two nails. And I'm almost halfway done. Now I'm going in with this metallic pink cream clay. This turned out so much prettier than I was even expecting, and it was a lot brighter too. But as you can see, those dents show as soon as I start moving it around in the light. With this index finger, I'm doing something I've never done before. I am taking the Ultimate Finish Gel to be my base, and before curing, I just sprinkle the pixie crystals around the nail to give this three-dimensional, really shiny look, and the final product was really pretty. I don't know if I liked textured nails, like maybe rhinestones, but I don't know how I feel about pixie crystals. But if you've tried them, let me know down below. When applying these, I would suggest not using your finger because the pixie crystals can very easily come up off the nail before curing. What you see me doing here is trying to replace the crystals that I just knocked off my finger. And I tried the gel brush, but I really found that the easiest thing to use, gave the best results, is actually using your acrylic brush. It didn't stick to the brush and I was able to pat it where I wanted it. With the ring finger, I really enjoyed the peekaboo glitter, so I'm not ready to get rid of that yet. Going in with that pink metallic cream clay, creating an ombre to show that glittered tip. I did one light layer to spot where I wanted it to end, and then I'm going back in after curing with a second layer, and then using my ombre brush to feather it out to mask the line. Now, after seeing all the nails together, the middle finger still just didn't seem to match. So I'm going back in with Retro Ride, that glitter I used on my thumb and pinky, and adding that. And what I actually discovered is when using the glitter, if you press really hard, you can kind of push it to the edge. So I accidentally created another ombre nail, and it's subtle, but I really love it. And last but certainly not least, finishing out the nails with a top coat of Ultimate Finish Gel from Young Nails. With the pixie crystals, I am not doing a top coat because that would be a huge mess and defeat the purpose. But let me know which change design was your favorite. Thank you so much for watching another one of my videos. If you're new, please check out my other videos. And if you'd like to see more, please like, subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much to my OGs. Guys, we've surpassed 150 subscribers. You guys are the best, and I appreciate every single one of you. And I can't wait to see you next time.